All right, we got updates, people, on the new Bambu Labs H2C. Be sure to like this video before I get to any of it, because honestly, I'm taking a break from college football right now, so that deserves a like and a comment. Help me boost this video and get it to everybody you know. Let's get to it. All right, so what I got here is this is just the Bambu wiki, and so I'm just gonna be going through, kind of talking about what they are saying, kind of giving you guys an update, so you don't have to go find it yourself, and I'm just gonna give this to you because there has been quite a bit of updates since my last video, and you guys in the comments have been commenting, and that's great, and I appreciate it, but I need to update that video because, you know, I'm wrong on some things. All right, so I'm just going to go through and read as we go. All right, question 1. Is the Vortek a separate system or only available as a new 3D printer? The Vortek is both an upgrade system specifically designed for the H2 series of Bambu Lab 3D printers, as well as equipped on our brand new flagship H2C. All right, so I originally didn't know. I didn't know if that would be something that would be brought in. If it's an upgrade, you know, so you'd be able to put it on the side, that means like you're also gonna have to change up the head on the H2S. The H2D already has the dual head, but the H2S does not have the dual head. So maybe that's gonna be an option on there from the get-go, maybe out of factory. You might have to add that yourself. The upgrade kit for existing H2D, H2S users allow them to upgrade their current 3D printer with the Vortek system. That's nice. That's awesome. Since the upgrade requires hands-on skill, we suggest purchasing the H2C directly in Q4. Okay, Q4 begins October 1st, so anywhere between October 1st towards the end of the year, we're going to be seeing the H2C. Hopefully, we see it sometime in October rather than November, December, but we'll see. Okay. Upgrading the H2S or H2D later will incur additional costs. So, if it sounds like to me that if you were to buy the H2C just as is, you're going to actually be saving money. Kind of like buying the combo versus buying the printer and then the AMS later. You're going to be saving a couple bucks there. Something also that's kind of interesting that I noticed is they're calling this brand new flagship printer. Okay. Originally, everyone would have assumed that the X1C was their flagship printer. Now they're calling this their flagship printer. So are they going to be, with H2D, H2S, H2C, are they lowering that cost? Okay, not of the H2D, but with the H2S, it's lower. You know, it's not too much more expensive. It's more expensive than the X1C. Is this going to be their new flagship? And is it going to replace the X1 series completely? Okay, because there have been some amazing innovations with nozzle technology, the color swapping with the Vortek. The X1C is going to be kind of obsolete. Not obsolete, but like it's going to be outdated. These might be better options. So something to think about. Okay, the second one, Q2. Why did Bambu Lab choose to go with this solution? What are the benefits? Zero purge waste. So they're saying zero waste. Nothing should come out of the chute. Everything that you have should be in the prime tower. It's not a, or if you call it a purge block. So when I see this, I don't count that as waste, even though it is. I don't think they're going to have any poop go out the chute, and every bit of waste is now going to be going into that purge tower or to that prime tower. High efficiency and large volume. The system boosts material changes efficiency while maintaining a compact footprint, allowing for larger build area. Okay, so on the H2S system, I'm wondering, you know, the H2S does have a little bit build size advantage over the H2D. Is this going to, you know, swap out that completely where you don't have to have a dual head extruder? You just have one head, and that's the hot swap system. You guys see what I'm saying? So if, you know, that's the case, sign me up for the H2S with the Vortek system on it and only have the one instead of the dual nozzles. I'll take 6 colors over 7. Okay. Reliability with our self-developed wireless system. The system operates heating and sensing without physical connectors, maximizing reliability and reducing potential failure points. I like that. I like that it's a sensor instead of like actual parts that go into one another. I think that's going to be very beneficial. Induction heating, I'm excited about. They were talking about induction heating because that's one of the things before I got to the video I was wondering about. I was like, you know, they're going to have to take the time to heat up the nozzle, but they're saying 8 seconds or less, that nozzle is going to be to temperature and it's going to be ready to go. So we'll see, but that's what they're saying. Last one, seamless enclosed printing. The system provides a complete enclosed printing experience, fully supporting high-performance filaments that require a stable heated chamber. Okay. I believe when they say this because with my X1Cs, it is reliably hot in that chamber and all the materials are good to go. So this all sounds great to me. All right, question 3. How many hot ends does the Vortek system support, and how many hot ends can be used in total for the H2 series printer equipped with Vortek system? So, in total, H2 series printer with Vortek system will support 7 hot ends for multicolor or multi-material prints. So I saw a comment when it was, it was talking about like, do you want to use multi-material? Because if you want to do that, you're gonna want the Snapmaker or the Prusa. So I'm glad they added that. I'm wondering. Obviously, I understand that PETG is gonna work with PLA, but will they allow TPU now? That's a question. And maybe they'll demonstrate that when they show the H2C in all of its glory. So one hot end is the lifting. The other 6 are the Vortek tool changing. Okay, so you have the H2D wiper, kind of that nozzle, how it lifts and lifts back down or goes back down. They're counting that as the 7th color. Along with that, I don't know how many external spool holders are going to be on the printer itself, or if they're saying you're going to need 2 AMS systems or those single AMS units along with another AMS system. So we'll see what they are going to do with that one there. With this, H2 series printers equipped with the Vortek system support 7 materials without the need to initialize during printing. No purge waste. So again, no purge waste at all. That's what they are claiming. Okay, nothing out the chute. I still am like, they got to have the prime tower though. I think maybe they figured a way they don't need it anymore. That's going to be interesting if they don't. Question 4. Okay, question 4. Why opt for a fully wireless communication method? So this is talking about the sensors instead of the pins that fit into the socket. By implementing a purely wireless solution, we've eliminated the risk of poor contact, significantly enhancing the system's reliability through extensive preliminary research on various solutions. We found a physical pogo pins method could not guarantee reliability during thousands of filament changes. Okay, if that's what it comes down to, is just straight up reliability, then I'm happy with it. If they're getting rid of that and the sensors are good to go, and honestly, if the hot ends or the hot ends with the sensors are reliable and once they wear out, you could just throw them out and buy a new one for really cheap, I'm all for it. That's great. So we're okay with that one. Okay, this one kind of goes with it. Does this new system mean higher repair costs if the nozzle gets clogged? Not at all. You can unclog the Vortek hot end the same way you could with the traditional nozzle. Recommended to print with bamboo filament and follow corresponding instructions. I am curious to see how more expensive the hot ends are. I wouldn't think that you would need to have a hot end more expensive than like this. Maybe a little bit more. I think these are like $9. Okay, these are from the A1. So maybe like $15 for the sensor. We'll see how much they are, because if you got, 6 nozzles and they're $15 a pop, that can get expensive a little bit quickly. So that cost needs to be good. Okay, they can't overcharge for this. And you're also getting rid of the fan, right? The all-in-one for the X1 series that comes with the fan is only about $34. So I think it has to be less than that. But again, we'll check that out during Q4. Sorry, football's going on right there. Q4 of 2025. Okay. Q6. How does the Vortek system... Oh, touchdown Ohio State. That's what we're talking about. All right, back to it. How does the Vortek system precisely control temperature with induction heating? Bambu Lab's communication protocol high frequency synchronizes the nozzle temperature and the heat sink temperature to the printer's control system, enables precise control over induction heating. So induction heating is not new. It is a reliable system. Like I said before, they use it in cooktops. Okay, like they are good. It's not new technology, so hopefully this is good too. I don't have any concerns with that at all. All right, Q7. How many total colors / materials can you print within the Vortek system? The answer is a bit more complex. If you want to print with 0 waste, okay, no filament being purged, The maximum is 7 colors. So they're telling you there will be no waste. Okay, again, that's what they're promising. I'm curious again, is at the purge tower. Okay, if you have a project that requires more colors in the same print and don't mind some purging, you can print them up with up to 24 colors / materials at the same time, while Studio is smartly minimizing the amount of purged materials. So they're saying Studio is going to optimize that. So does this mean you can put 2 colors, 3 colors to one nozzle and then have it purge out? You know, that's going to be really cool. So 24, you know, you have 6 nozzles, so 4. You can have 4 colors. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. You can have 4 colors to one nozzle. So do you need like the hub system anymore? Are they just going to eliminate that? That's a really cool concept. I like that a lot. I am really, really hyped for this now. Okay, so 24 colors with this system. That's going to be sick. All right, last one, Q8. When will the Vortek system be available? The Vortek system will be standard feature on our new H2C flagship 3D printer. There they go, call it the new flagship. I honestly think the X1 series is done for. Okay, not saying it's a bad printer, and if you go with that, get it. But I think this is going to be a better value for the money of what you're going to get. So the H2C flagship printer, and I'm also really curious too if that is going to be like an H2S with that hot swap box onto it and the Vortek system, or if it's going to be an H2D with the nozzle that goes back and forth. I'm curious on what it is, because if what it comes down to it, if the H2C is just the H2D with that nozzle wipe system and the dual head extruder, I'm probably going to opt for the H2S plus the upgrade because I want the full build volume of the H2S. I hope they give us an option for a dual head extruder on the H2C or a single extruder on the H2C. You guys see what I'm saying? Because I want that full build plate. That to me would be the entire full package. You got the 24 colors or the 6 colors, however many you're going to use, plus the large build format. I'm going to be sold. Okay. Let me pull up in a second and just kind of show you what the H2S costs, and then I'm going to speculate on a possible price, and then I'll end the video. Don't forget though, if you want to stop it here, like the video, comment. How are you guys speculating? What do you think is going to be on this printer? And if you have any other questions, ask them, and I'll try to search and I will try to answer them. And if you know more than me, by all means comment so I can update this video. All right, so here is the Bambu Labs homepage. Or not homepage, but the printer page for the H2S. Right now it's $1,500 just for the H2S. I think with the Vortek system, and if it is a single head option or a dual head option, I think we're going to see it somewhere around here, somewhere between $1,500 and $2,000 for the Vortek color changing system. You could probably easily tack on another like $200 for that, or $300. Okay, I'm basically saying it's going to be as much as a AMS system. Okay, so that's what I think. I think there's going to be possibly 2 different variants of the H2C, single head nozzle or single head extruder, or a dual head extruder. Obviously the single head will be cheaper, but you'll be able to get the full build volume, and the dual head will be smaller, but you will have that 7 colors without the AMS system. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think, and I will comment on everything I can. I appreciate you guys watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe and help me get to 10,000. Thanks for watching. I'm the next build, and my name's Casey.